Here we go. This will be our first real road trip with the Kia EV6. We got it on Monday. There's 330 miles on the car. And we're headed out to Reno from Redding. That is about a 200 mile, actually it's 200 miles on the dot from our house to the Peppermill Casino. And there is one barely level 2 charger between us and there. Car is estimated to be at 272 miles fully charged. Hang on real quick. So right now we are at 35 minutes remaining to, I ran it to 100% and projected at 284 miles of distance. That's the mileage on the car. So we're at 93% state of charge. Yeah. So I don't particularly see us needing to stop anywhere and charge. Like I said, there's only one, and it's at the casino in Susanville. We are going to be picking up my sister-in-law at that Susanville casino so she can leave her gas car there. Why pay the gas if you don't need to? So she can just ride with us. It's right in the middle of where everybody's going to converge anyway. So all mountains for the first 2 hours. We're going to be at 550 foot sea level right now is where we're at, shooting up to about 7,000 and then kind of trickling down there, and then it's kind of just high desert from there. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how this does going up into the mountains and then finally flattening out. Reno is just about a mile high, just under it at Stead Airfield. So it'll be a really good way to stretch your legs. And the Peppermill has plenty of free level 2 charging there. So we're probably going to be projected to arrive at about, I'm going to guess, in 10-13% somewhere in there, just because of the elevation changes. It's going to be cold. I think the high there was 40, lows of 20. So we'll try to get a good charge on her right when we get there. If we can't get a charge there, there are plenty of casinos there with free charging. So if I got to move the car and let it stay there and walk back to our casino, I don't care. I appreciate the free charging. So the wife should be home here in about 20 minutes. Car's already loaded, and we'll get on the road. And I got my trusty GoPro set up out of the Tesla, so this will be the very first, like, honest to God road trip with this. So we'll see how it goes. I'm expecting a completely flawless run, and we'll see you guys on the road. All right, guys, here's a quick little view. It looks like the vehicle favors rear-wheel drive with the front-wheel drive assist coming out of that motor, which is really cool. I really like this mode. It also shows regen, which is that bar on the, let's see here, the right side. So if I take my foot off, you can see, ooh, boy, that really goes into regen. And then down in the lower left, let me see if I can point to it. iPedal. So basically that is acting as your, what I would compare it to be a Tesla. Hang on. There we go. I'm comparing that to Tesla. You know, like I said in my previous video, that's the only other electric vehicle I have to compare anything to, really. So with iPedal, it's when you take your foot off the accelerator, it puts the energy back into the batteries, retarding the engine, or the motors, excuse me, and slows the vehicle down until you come to a complete stop, and it will also hold that. So I like iPedal a lot, mostly because it's gonna save your brakes. And I really like this screen that shows the energy transfer to the rear wheels and then back into the battery. So I'm gonna leave it on that one for a while. The catch with the iPace is if you start and stop your car, you have to remember to reset it, and you do that, I was going to show you, with your paddle shifters. The left paddle shifter, I think it's 1 up, but it'll tell you on the screen. So iPace for the win, or iPedal for the win. iPace is the Jaguar electric vehicle. If any of you have one of those, I would love to review that, by the way. So we're going to get ready to go to Reno here in just a little bit. There is one charger halfway there. It's at a casino, and that charger is worse than a level 2 at-home charger. So 200 miles exactly from my house to the Peppermill Resort Casino Playground Hotel Spa and Franchise. Probably threw in a few extra words there. So it should be a really cool run. The car is at 87% right now. It will be 100 before we leave this afternoon. So that should put it at an EPA rated 270 or something like that, which would give us 70 miles to spare. I don't care if we pull in at 0%. I've done that before in my Tesla several times, as long as we can pull in, because I don't pull out. Okay, so let's see here. We are 29 miles from the house. I'm watching the miles per kilowatt hour, but it's all over the map because it's a mountain road, so I'm staying away from that. We are at 81% state of charge after 30 miles. Again, mountain roads, up, down, behind traffic, not exactly a great way to gauge the vehicle's actual mileage. We have been using cruise control with lane centering. It's not as good as the Tesla, the lane centering portion. It's more like a normal person would drive. You might hit the line here or the bumps in the road, but it does work very, very well. The autopilot feature, though, is 10 times better than my Tesla. The Tesla still phantom brakes and shoots you out the window on these 2-lane mountain roads. This car hasn't even so much as hiccuped. So big ups to Kia and the umbrella group that they're under, the design engineers. Your autopilot is better than Tesla's. So we're still showing 240 miles of available charge, and everything just seems to be going real good. It's getting some of the buttons dialed in here on the front display. The navigation is great, and the ability to move it from what you see on this screen into the screen right in front of the driver, I really like that too. So all in all, we're doing real good. Tooling along in our automobile. What do you think? How's the ride?
It's nice.
Is it smooth?
Yeah.
You feel like it's jumping around? You feel like it's all right on the road?
I think that's just you.
The I-Pace driving, or I-Wheel, whatever it's called, is it's really good. The regenerative braking on it, I really like. It's so far it's getting 2 thumbs ups from me. So we'll get you turned back around. We got some pretty highway coming up, and we'll see you guys in just a little bit. All right, comparison time. When I compare this car to, say, a Tesla, the only thing I can compare it off of is the Model 3 and the Model Y. We own a 3, we have driven a Y. So as far as ride comfort goes, this is better than a 3, I think. But it's also a fuller size vehicle, if you will. A Model S or a Model X with the adaptive suspension control will eat this alive. But for road driving, this is quite comfortable. As far as the autopilot, I said, with Teslas being much better, it's also using a series of cameras, 8 of them to be exact. Well, 7, the 8th is in the cabin. It's using those to watch the lines on the road and whatever other algorithms it uses. This has 1 camera and radar. So it's not really an apples to apples comparison, but for what this is, it is fantastic. Like right now we're on lane centering and cruise control. I'm still grabbing the wheel a little bit. It did kind of push us into the other lane. I let it do that. A, nobody was coming, and B, I wanted to see if it would self-correct, and it did not. So you're supposed to keep your hands on the wheel anyway. It's a driver assist feature. So yep, right there, we just went over the yellow line again. So knowing that, I still think it's a great setup. And again, we're on mountain roads. It's twisty as hell out here. You guys probably saw some of the burned up trees through here. That was the Dixie fire that we had in Northern California. It was just shy of 1 million acres. So they're still cleaning up, cutting down all the old trees and stuff. But enough with the techno babble. We are at 61% state of charge. We have gone 66 miles from the house. Again, mountain driving, average mile per kilowatt was 2.2, so that's not great. We're also just passing 5,000 feet and change. And we've been on the road for 1 hour and 7 minutes. We have 44.9 miles till we get to Susanville to pick up her sister, and we'll take a look at the charging stats then. I don't think it's going to be a big deal at all. We're still right about the range where we should be to make it with just enough left over, and I'll make the command decision on whether or not to charge, if I'm allowed to make the command decision. Yeah, so we'll get you guys split back around. make sure to, you know, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's mostly having to do with Teslas and road trips. I'm getting into some of the EV charging, and we'll probably take this on several more road trips. In fact, I know we will. So I'm going to kind of adapt the EV6 into this as well. And if it starts to really do well, maybe I'll make a second channel. But if you guys want to see anything specific, I'll sit here and play with buttons all day. Just holler at your boy, and I am happy to do it for you guys. So we'll see you when we get into Susanville, and again, that's going to be in about 45 minutes my time, less than a second your time. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Hooray and huzzah, just some more snow-covered road with RV in front of us. That there, Clark, that's an RV. So we literally just hit 50% capacity. We are at 93 miles. Well, 93 and 93 is 186, and we have 202 miles to go. It's 41 degrees outside, but we are basically done with the uphill. So it's going to be flat and level with some regenerative braking. We'll see what we can do. So we'll get back to you guys here in just a little bit, and we'll realign everything when we get to Susanville, to the little level 2 over there where we're picking up my sister-in-law. So sit tight, guys. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so we made it to the casino in Susanville, waiting on Liz's sister to get here. We are at 48% state of charge. We are 110.5 miles from the house with an average mile per kilowatt hour of 2.8. 3 is the goal, but again, it's really cold, and we're at about 5,000 feet and change from damn near sea level. So, got to keep that in mind with an electric vehicle. But I am extremely pleased with the way that this thing has been handling. We were speed limit the whole way just because there's a lot of mountain cops up here, and I ain't down with no speeding ticket. So, we're gonna go waste 20 bucks at the casino. So we'll catch you guys in a few. I gotta turn the radio down so I don't get a copyright strike, because I'm sure that this commercial would, you know, land me in hot water on YouTube. So we rejoin our heroes. We're heavy one body. Shannon.
Morning.
The Oregon sister. Got her, picked her up at the casino, left her car there, the for sale sign on it, doors open, keys in the ignition. So if you guys need an old school Kia, which is, you know, the predecessor to what this platform is built on, Susanville, California. You'll miss it if you drive too fast. So we did not charge because I want to really see what this car is capable of doing. So we are at 47% state of charge. She's doing work on her laptop, not sucking power off, and it started to rain, but it's flat terrain the whole way here. So 47% state of charge. We have 85.3 miles so we get to the pepper mill, and the onboard computer is showing 128 miles in the pack, and it is 49 degrees outside. All of that makes a difference on range. We're currently doing the speed limit because I'm stuck behind a brand new Ford Ranger. I think this is one of the Mexico built ones too. Good looking truck. So lots and lots of variables going on. She just decided to get on the phone. So we'll see you guys when we get into at least Reno, and we'll let you know where we're at. As soon as we get into Nevada, it's about another 30-minute run, 20-minute run, so that'll be kind of a good little area for me to check back in with you guys. From here on out, it's flat, open desert and boring as hell. I might turn the camera on, but there's literally nothing. It's like driving through Mars. So, all that said and done, we've done 116 miles, 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour. Everything's looking pretty good on this so far. I'm really enjoying this automobile. So, good job from Korea, and we'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Made it, 9%. Flat out driving as soon as we got into Susanville into the high desert, and pulled about 3 miles per kilowatt hour, and I think we did really good. I wasn't scared. Were you scared? How scared were you?
I was scared.
It was not scary. It was very cool. My sister-in-law in the back, she's like, we got this. Full air conditioning, sport mode, nail it. So, plugged into a Tesla Supercharger right now with my little adapter from Electron, and charge while it's free, baby. So everything was good to go, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's Friday. It won't go up until Sunday, probably Monday. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, just hit your boy up. And it was a great drive the whole way. I'm very, very pleased. We'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, kids, we're out of here. We are at 89% state of charge. We are 196 miles from home with a projected 1:53 p.m. arrival time. Everybody have fun?
Yep, great weekend.
Good weekend. Everybody left with money in their pocket. Like $11 everybody was up.
I was up 600.
Oh yeah, the wife hit a $600 slot.
I was up 40.
Up 40?
I was up 40.
So I'm the only one that came up with chump change. Better than the other sister-in-law, she came up flat even or broke or whatever. So we're cruising the speed limit again. Don't see any issues. The whole ride's going to be downhill, so we left the casino at 94%. We got about 5 miles up the road before I started checking all the stats. So we'll let you guys know when we get home and where the car ended. See you in a little bit. All right, guys, we made it back to Redding. How was it?
Awesome.
No range anxiety. We're about 5 minutes from the house. We are at 21% state of charge. We left at 93. That's the difference between going downhill a lot. But I think this was a wonderful test of the vehicle. Everything was thrown at it. Mountain driving, high altitudes, literally freezing temperatures, rain, super windy, rain, snow, we had some sleet, public charging at the casino, literally anything you could have wanted to road test a vehicle on, we were able to do it. On the way home, all downhill, and it is sunny and gorgeous. And right now back here in Redding it's 65 degrees. We left Reno, it was 32. So I think this was an absolute success. The adapter from the Tesla to the J1772, the Electron adapter, is invaluable. We did wind up plugging into an actual charge point charger, so didn't need the adapter for that. But as far as this car goes, I'm going to give it a solid A. Some of the autopilot stuff could be tweaked a little bit better, and in some cases it's better than Tesla's. So I would absolutely recommend, if you're on the fence, buy one of these cars. The rumor is they're only making $6,000 a month, and the demand is going to be high. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I can't say enough good things about this. Liz, thumbs up. You like it?
I like it.
For a car she didn't know she was going to get till I showed up with it. All right, guys. So we don't have anything coming up here. I think July will be our next big road trip. But I think we're going to take the Tesla on that one. So if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. I'm always throwing up interesting stuff, tidbits, mostly road trips and charging. So anything in particular, don't be afraid to leave a comment. I'll respond to every one of them. See you guys on the next one.